Hey guys, I hope you guys are having a great day. Wanted to get on here today and talk about something which I don't think gets talked about often. You're looking at the title and you're like, what does some uh late 90s, early 2000s underground rapper and rich Danish philosopher have in common? And really it would seem not much, right? But the one thing that's interesting to me, both about MF Doom and Kierkegaard, is their use of pseudonyms. Rest in peace, by the way, to MF Doom. Uh, that was very sad. We really lost a legend. But yeah, they both use pseudonyms in a very interesting way, in the sense that um like they use them to essentially create worlds. MF Doom, if you don't know, is a sort of underground rapper who was known for using old cartoon samples and uh, comic book storylines to create like a world of rap with these characters slightly modified from these comics and from these shows. And Kierkegaard did a similar thing, right, with his philosophical work, where he he had certain pseudonyms which allowed him to explore different sides of philosophy. Like he had a pseudonym called John the Seducer to talk about aesthetics and eroticism and stuff. And he had another one named Anticlimacus, based on an ancient Greek saint, to talk about despair and so on and so forth. And like MF Doom has sort of the same thing, where he has one pseudonym, just say like Mad Villain for one album, and then Victor Vaughn for another, or King Ghidorah, and they like all interact throughout his albums. And aside from just being a brilliant lyricist, MF Doom and Kierkegaard, they share this sort of very adept thinking about building worlds, to where, obviously Kierkegaard wrote books. That's already a literary project, right? But I would argue that MF Doom, through the use of these pseudonyms and the way they appear throughout all his other albums, just like with Kierkegaard, a lot of his pseudonyms, he makes reference to them in his other works and pretends like they're completely different people. I would argue that those are both literary projects, aside from obviously the poetry of the rap music itself. And I think pseudonyms used in that way are a very underrated part of literature and a very underrated part of music, because it allows a person to explore different sides of their creative potential or intellectual potential without necessarily having to have that ascribed to their person, because sometimes musical experimentation or philosophical experimentation or ponderings are just that, ponderings, which you may or may not necessarily agree with as a person. And so a pseudonym is a great device for that, and MF Doom and Kierkegaard were both masters of it. Okay, I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you very much.